In today's show, Bitcoin held by public companies has surged 400% in 12 months to $3.6 billion, as Kevin Rook points out right here. Last year, public companies held fewer than 20,000 BTC on their balance sheets. Today, 19 public companies hold 105,837 Bitcoin on their balance sheets, valued at over $3.6 billion. We'll also be taking a look at the biggest Bitcoin hodlers, including companies, governments, and people who hold 1 million Bitcoin or more. We'll also be doing some technical analysis. Alex Kruger tweeted, Bitcoin is stuck in a range within a range, 29 to 35,000. It can break either way. The key reason I lean bullish is interest rates. This is a bull market, and traders are now bearish. That's bullish. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also checking out the latest wisdom from Max Kaiser. He tweeted, the real Occupy Wall Street begins now. This is extremely exciting. I hope Wall Street bets expand to bigger and bigger targets. By the way, the ultimate FU is Bitcoin. We are on the cusp of realizing a global insurrection against banker occupation. He also tweeted, Wall Street bets have discovered an enormous pocket of potential profits by exploiting sloppy hedge funds with big, unhedged short positions. This is how capitalism works, folks. We need more of this. Also, Bitcoin is the ultimate central bank killer. We should applaud this too. I also want to discuss this Bitcoin price prediction from Plan B, who wrote, Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September. Also in today's show, Michael Saylor says Bitcoin could surge 100 to 1,000x, and that crypto traders are overlooking one fundamental issue. In this recent episode of the Unchained Podcast, he goes on to share, none of the trading matters. None of the volatility matters. People that are living in their little world, studying their Fibonacci retracements, and preaching with incredible conviction about the upcoming expected 60% retracement or 80% retracement, they are overlooking this fundamental issue, which is if Bitcoin is a digital monetary network, and if enough people with money and power decide to adopt it, it's going to go up and increase by a factor of 100 to 1,000, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. That's right. And if Bitcoin increased by 100 to 1,000x, that would put the Bitcoin price between $3 million and $30 million. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the major cryptos are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in trading Bitcoin or Ethereum, be sure to check out the Bybit exchange. They have a promo going on where you can receive up to a $620 free Bitcoin trading bonus deposited directly into your Bitcoin wallet. To take advantage of this, use my referral link right down below this video in the description, along with the voucher code, and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss, so let's dive right in, shall we? Technology researcher Kevin Rook has been tracking the Bitcoin holdings of public companies throughout the past 2 years. According to Rook, public firms now hold over $3.6 billion worth of BTC. In 2019, public companies held merely 20,000 Bitcoin on their books. This figure has increased to 105,837 Bitcoin in 12 months. Rook shared the following on crypto Twitter. Check it out. Last year, public companies held fewer than 20,000 BTC on their balance sheets. Today, 19 public companies hold 105,837 BTC on their balance sheets, valued at over $3.6 billion. Now, I also find this very interesting. This is his resource where it shows you who holds all the Bitcoin. The companies, governments, and people below hold 1 million plus BTC, acquiring more every day. And as you can see, we have Grayscale, we have CoinShares, 3IQ, ETC Group, and 21 shares. Those are the funds holding BTC. Then we have public companies holding Bitcoin, which are MicroStrategy, Galaxy Digital Holdings, Square, Hut 8 Mining, and Riot Blockchain. Then we have private companies holding BTC, including Block One, the Tezos Foundation, and Stone Ridge Holdings. And then we have governments holding Bitcoin, which includes the US government and Ontario government. And the people holding Bitcoin includes Elon Musk, Michael Saylor, and Tim Draper. Now, this is pretty cool. It shows you the Bitcoin holders. So for example, number one says Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is the largest in the world. They currently hold 647,000 Bitcoin valued at over $20 billion, which is currently over 3% of the current Bitcoin supply. I'm going to include this resource in the show notes below the video in the description because it's pretty cool to check it out. Now for public companies, MicroStrategy is the biggest Bitcoin holder with 70,784 BTC, with Galaxy Digital Holdings a distant second with 16,400 Bitcoin. Now for the $1 million question, why is institutional demand for Bitcoin surging right now? In a year, public companies alone accumulated around 85,000 Bitcoin, which is equivalent to $2.67 billion. This trend is indicative of a rapidly growing institutional demand for Bitcoin, as portrayed by the surge in trading activity on Grayscale as well as the CME. As you can see right here on your screen, this is the Grayscale Investments Bitcoin Holdings, brought to you by buybt.com. Now, Grayscale products in the CME Bitcoin futures market both primarily cater to institutions, and they have seen a massive uptick in volume since mid-2020. Institutions are growing their exposure to Bitcoin because of the expectations that Bitcoin would eventually evolve into an established alternative to gold. That's right, an alternative store of value. Amid rising inflation and liquidity injections from central banks, investors and corporations are seeking ways to hedge their holdings and portfolios. As Cameron Winklevoss points out right here, inflation robs you of your life's work. The Argentine peso has lost 50% of its value against the US dollar in the past 3 years, and that's saying a lot given the current state of the United States dollar. No wonder search interest in Bitcoin is going through the roof. As you can see right here, he's referencing this article entitled "Google searches for Bitcoin are skyrocketing in Argentina." If the Biden administration aggressively introduces more stimulus and efforts to ease financial conditions, it would likely create a more favorable environment for Bitcoin and gold to rally. Now here's what analysts expect in Bitcoin in the near term. In the foreseeable future, despite the compelling macro environment, analysts are slightly cautious, but still in the big picture, macro analysts say that they lean towards the bullish scenario for Bitcoin. Checking out this latest analysis from Alex Kruger here on Crypto Twitter. Bitcoin is stuck in a range within a range, $29,000 to $35,000. It can break either way. The key reason I lean bullish is interest rates. Exuberance has rinsed off the system dramatically, as relict in falling rates. This is a bull market, and traders are now bearish. That's bullish. And he continues. Funding is either flat or negative. Perpetuals are trading below spot. The perp spot basis has not been negative for this long since pre-November elections, and the annualized quarterly basis has dropped from 25 to 28% a week ago to now 7 to 10% now. All signs of a healthy cool down. And he also concludes right here, unlike past times during this bull market, my level of confidence for upwards continuation is not absolute. Key reason being fear of the heights. Price may be too high to attract the buying interest to sustain the run. Also, Tether FUD is real. Put odds of breaking up at 70%. So there you have it. Let me know if you feel we'll break out to the upside or the downside. Drop me a comment right down below. There's also expectations that more institutions would accumulate Bitcoin in the coming weeks due to the brightening market sentiment, as you can see right here on your screen. And before I break down the latest wisdom from the one and only Max Keiser, as well as this Bitcoin price prediction from Plan B, the creator of the stock to flow model, as well as the story of Michael Saylor saying Bitcoin could surge 100 to 1000x, which would put the Bitcoin price between $3 million and $30 million. But let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the major altcoins are currently correcting. And in the red, we have Bitcoin down 3.5%, maintaining just above 30,600. We have Ethereum down about 2%, trading just above $1,260. We have Chainlink down about 4%, trading at about $21.50. And Polkadot down about 5%, trading at $15.84. All right, now checking out these tweets from Max Keiser. The real Occupy Wall Street begins now. This is extremely exciting. I hope Wall Street Bets expands to bigger and bigger targets. By the way, the ultimate FU is Bitcoin. We are on the cusp of a realizing global insurrection against banker occupation. Touche. And he also tweeted, Wall Street Bets have discovered an enormous pocket of potential profits by exploiting sloppy hedge funds with big, unhedged short positions. This is how capitalism works, folks. We need more of this. Also, Bitcoin is the ultimate central bank killer. We should applaud this too. And now checking out this tweet from Plan B, he wrote, if history is any guidance and Bitcoin continues its current trajectory, Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September. As you you can see on this graph on your screen, it shows you Bitcoin after 2012, 2016, and the 2020 halving. And as you can see, we're right in the middle, right in between. And if you're not familiar with the stock to flow X model, it does predict a $100,000 to $288,000 Bitcoin price medium average between now and 2024. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the stock to flow model, and would you be excited to see a $100,000 Bitcoin price between April and September of this year? Now, I know that's quite a gap of 5 months, but let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, Michael Saylor says Bitcoin could surge 100x to 1000x, and that crypto traders are overlooking one fundamental issue. But before I break this down, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $906 billion with $127 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance still on the decline at 63.1%, and the current Bitcoin market cap is sitting at $571 billion. Now, checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Phantom up 48%, trading at 7.7 cents. We have Alpha Finance Lab up 32%, trading at $1.42. Swiss Borg up 30%, trading at 41 cents. Terra up 26%, trading at $1.15. And Uniswap up 13%, trading just below $14. Now, checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Theta down 12%, trading at $2. Engine Coin down 10%, trading at 38 cents. Bitcoin Cash down 8%, trading at $393. And Reserve Rights down 9%, trading at 3.2 cents. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. All right, now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. It shows we're currently rated a 78 in extreme greed. Yesterday was a 71, last week a 78, and last month a 92 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day, shall we? MicroStrategy Chief Executive Michael Saylor says Bitcoin has the potential to rise by a factor of 1,000. That's right. In an interview on the Unchained Podcast, the head of the publicly traded business intelligence giant says traders are so concerned about Bitcoin technicals that they fail to see one fundamental issue. He goes on to share, here are some of the highlights from this interview. None of the trading matters. None of the volatility matters. People that are living in their little world, studying their Fibonacci retracements and preaching with incredible conviction about the upcoming expected 60% retracement or 80% retracement. They are overlooking this fundamental issue, which is if Bitcoin is a digital monetary network and if enough people with money and power decide to adopt it, it's going to go up and increase by a factor of 100 or 1,000. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. Now, hypothetically speaking, with Bitcoin currently trading at about $30,000 at today's price, if we were to 100x from here, that would put each Bitcoin at about $3 million. And if we were to 1,000x from here, that would put the Bitcoin price at about $30 million per Bitcoin. And before I finish breaking down the highlights from this exclusive interview Michael Saylor did with the Unchained Podcast, first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 670 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's finish breaking down the highlights from this exclusive interview. Saylor takes it a step further and explains why he believes Bitcoin's past price action with its big rallies and subsequent crashes is irrelevant to its future. He goes on to share, looking back makes no sense. The only question you got to ask yourself, how much Bitcoin is Square Cash going to sell in 2021 on the mobile app? That's the question. How much is PayPal going to sell? Because PayPal and Square are going to obliterate everybody else's opinion about what they think should happen. That's right. MicroStrategy has built a massive Bitcoin position to the tune of 70,784 Bitcoin, worth $2.2 billion, according to Bitcoin treasuries. Saylor says he decided to bet big on Bitcoin simply because he sees no better asset on earth. He shares Bitcoin is the apex monetary asset. If you define money thermodynamically or mathematically or based on any engineering principle, you've got a swimming pool and it's got a leak in it, and 15% of the water drains out of it every year, and the other swimming pool has no leak in it. One of the two swimming pools is technically superior as a swimming pool. Bitcoin is a technically superior asset. I bought it because I was selling inferior assets. I'm selling the dollar to buy Bitcoin. I'm selling a stock. I'm selling gold, not buying and selling. The issue really is, why would I sell the superior thing to buy the inferior thing? Touche. I couldn't agree more. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Michael Saylor's bullish price prediction that Bitcoin can 100 to 1,000x from here, which would put the Bitcoin price between $3 million and $30 million. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. Bitcoin held by public companies has surged 400% in 12 months to now $3.6 billion. As Kevin Rook points out, last year public companies held fewer than 20,000 BTC on their balance sheets. Today, 19 public companies hold 105,837 BTC on their balance sheets, valued at over $3.6 billion. I also shared with you the top hodlers of Bitcoin, all the companies, governments, and people who hold 1 million Bitcoin or more. Also in today's show, I shared some analysis that Bitcoin is stuck in a range within a range, 29 to 35,000. It can break either way. The key reason I lean bullish is interest rates. Exuberance has rinsed off the system dramatically, as relic in falling rates. This is a bull market, and traders are now bearish. That's bullish, coming from Alex Kruger. Also in today's show, I shared the latest wisdom from Max Kaiser, as well as this Bitcoin price prediction from Plan B, the creator of the stock to flow model, who says Bitcoin could be $100,000 somewhere between April and September. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. Also in today's show, I shared that Michael Saylor says Bitcoin can surge 100 to 1,000x, which would put the Bitcoin price between $3 million and $30 million, and that crypto traders are overlooking one fundamental issue. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in trading Bitcoin or Ethereum, be sure to check out the Bybit exchange by using my referral link, as well as the voucher code below this video. In the description, you can receive up to a $620 free Bitcoin trading bonus deposited directly into your Bitcoin wallet. To take advantage of this, go ahead and click the link below this video in the description. Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.